Hello guys, I am Himanshu More and I am student of MBA first year from PCET's S.B.Patil Institute of Management. My topic is factors determining elasticity of supply. So firstly, I am going to explain what is elasticity in terms of economics. In today's economy, doesn't it seem that the less expensive product, more people seem to want it? In economics, elasticity is used to determine how changes in product demand and supply relate to changes in consumer income or product's price. To calculate this change, we can use the following formula. Elasticity is equal to percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. The diagram here shows the changes in price of product and the corresponding change in the quantity demanded. The red slanting line is called the demand curve. At a price of 1.5 rupees in quantity demanded 3 units. When the price is lowered to 0.5 rupees, quantity in demand increased to 5 units. We can then make a assumption that every increase in price will result in fewer purchases of the product. So I am going to explain what is income elasticity of demand. Income elasticity of demand refers to the sensitivity of the quantity demand for the certain good to the change in the real income of consumer who want to buy these goods. Income elasticity of demand is a measure how to consumer demand change when the income changes. And the formula for income elasticity of demand is percentage change in quantity demand upon the percentage change in income. Businesses use income elasticity of demand to forecasting sales and plan of production for their products. Unlike elasticity of demand, in the elasticity of supply, quantity supplied is directly correlated with the positive changes in price and income. Now I am going to introduce what is elasticity of supply. As I stated earlier, that elasticity of supply is a measure of quantity supplied in response to the changes in other factors of variables. It means that if the prices of commodities rise, you will witness rise in supply and vice versa. In other possibility, if the rise in income of consumers notice, it is going to boost supply of commodities as well. Now let's move to the 5 types of elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply is of 5 types: perfectly elastic, more than unit elastic supply, less than unit elastic, and perfectly elastic. The first one is perfectly elastic supply. A commodity becomes perfectly elastic when its elasticity of supply is infinite. This means that even for the slight increase in price, the supply becomes infinite. For the perfectly elastic supply, the percentage change in the price is zero for any change in the quantity supply. Now the second one is more than unit elastic supply. When the percentage change in the supply is greater than the percentage change in price, then commodity has the price elasticity of supply greater than 1. Third one is unit elastic supply. The product is said to have unit elastic supply when the changes in its quantity supplied is proportionate to equal to the change in its price. The elasticity of supply in case it is equal to 1. Fourth one is less than unit elastic supply. When the change in the supply of commodity is lesser as compared to the change in its price, we can say that it has a relatively less elastic supply. In such a case, the price elasticity is of supply is less than 1. Last and the fifth, perfectly inelastic supply. Product supply is said to be perfectly inelastic when the percentage change in the quantity supply is zero irrespective of the change in its price. This type of price inelasticity of supply applies to exclusive items. For example, a designer gown styled by a famous personality. Now guys, let's take a look to the factors that determine elasticity of supply. The elasticity of supply depends on the following factors. The value of price elasticity of supply is positive because an increase in price is likely to increase the quantity supplied to the market and vice versa. The elasticity of supply depends on the following factors. The first one is spare capacity. How much spare capacity a firm has if there is plenty of space capacity. If the firm should be able to increase output quietly without a rise in cost, and therefore supply will be elastic. And the next factor is stocks. The level of stocks or inventories stocks of raw materials, components, and finished products are high, then the firm is able to respond to the change in demand quickly by supplying these stocks onto the market. Supply will be elastic. The next one is age of factor substitution. Consider the sudden and dramatic increase in demand for petrol canisters during the recent fuel storage. Could manufacturers for cool boxes or producers of or other types of canister have switched their production process quickly and easily to meet high demand. If capital and labor resources are occupationally mobile, then the elasticity of supply for the product is likely to be higher than the capital equipment, and the labor cannot easily be switched, and the production process is fairly inflexible in response to change in the pattern of demand for goods and services. Next one is time period. Supply is likely to be more elastic. The longer the time period, a firm has to adjust its production. In the short run, the firm may not be able to change its factor inputs. In some agriculture industries, the supply is fixed and determined by planning decisions made by months before, and climatical conditions which affect the production yield. Economists sometimes refers to the momentary time period, a time period that is short enough to supply to be fixed. That is, supply cannot respond at all the change is demand. The next one is length and complexity of production. Much depends on complexity of the production process. Textile production is relatively simple. The labor is largely unskilled and production facilities are little more than buildings. No special structures are needed. Thus the P is or textile of easy length. The last one is inventories. The producers who has supply of goods or available storage capacity can quickly increase supply to market. So that's it guys. This was my research for this topic. Thanks for tuning with me till the end of video.